I was being honest about how I was bullied and how the teachers at my school did nothing about it while being interviewed by a current student. I write books, not bestsellers or anything, but they sell okay. 3 months ago, someone from my old high school emailed asking if a student could interview me for the school paper. I said sure, but only if we talked about my career, not my time there. The student, Amber, showed up with a notebook and recorder. We talked about writing, my books, the usual stuff. Then she asked about my high school memories. I kept changing the subject. After the 3rd time, she said, "You really don't want to talk about your time here, do you?" I told her let's stick to the writing stuff. She leaned forward and said, "Actually, this might be the real story." I sat there for a minute. Then I thought, why am I protecting them? I'm not getting paid for this. It's been years. So I told her everything. I told her about the group of girls on the volleyball team who followed me through the hallways mooing at me like a cow, every single day for months. I told her how I finally broke down crying in the middle of the cafeteria because they wouldn't stop. And when I went to Mrs. Hoffman for help, she laughed. Actually laughed. Then for the rest of the year, she called me Mooly instead of Molly. Every time she took attendance, every time she handed back papers, Mooly. I told Amber about the day I screamed, "My name is Molly," in class because I couldn't take it anymore. Mrs. Hoffman sent me to the office and I got suspended for a week for being disrespectful. The girls who started it all, nothing happened to them. They were on the volleyball team. Their parents knew all the teachers. They were untouchable. I told her about Coach Bennett who made fun of how I dressed. I wore a lot of black because it made me feel invisible. He'd say things like, "Here comes the funeral director," in front of everyone. Once he asked if Hot Topic was having a sale. Kids laughed. Teachers heard it and said nothing. Amber wrote down everything. She asked for names. I gave them to her. Mrs. Hoffman, Coach Bennett, Principal Walsh who told me to try harder to fit in when I reported the mooing incident. I gave her all of it. 2 weeks later, the interview went up on the school website and their social media. Within hours, parents were sharing it on Facebook. The comments went crazy. Former students started commenting with their own stories about the same teachers. Current parents were asking questions. It spread through that whole town. The school took down the interview after a day, but people had already screenshot it. Someone made a whole thread about Mrs. Hoffman on the town Facebook group. Turns out a lot of kids had similar stories. Then the local paper picked it up. A month later, I got an email from the vice principal. He said I was dredging up old wounds and attacking teachers during a difficult time. He said Mrs. Hoffman had just won a lifetime teaching award, and now the school board was reviewing it. He asked if I maybe remembered things wrong, if maybe I was exaggerating. I didn't respond. Then my phone started blowing up. Old classmates who still lived in that town found me on social media. Most of the messages were angry. One girl, Kelly, who used to trip me in the hallways, wrote, "You're ruining people's lives over high school drama from years ago. Get over it." Another guy said I was destroying the school's reputation and hurting property values. Someone else said I should be ashamed for going after teachers who dedicated their lives to students. A few people messaged to say thank you. One girl said she'd had Mrs. Hoffman too and quit school because of her. But most messages were telling me to delete everything and apologize. 2 weeks ago, I found out Mrs. Hoffman's teaching award was officially revoked. The school board released a statement about reviewing past conduct and ensuring student safety. Mrs. Hoffman retired early. Coach Bennett got moved to a different school. My inbox is still full of angry messages from people in that town. The school hasn't contacted me again. Amber messaged me once to say she got an A on the project and was thinking about becoming a journalist. I haven't responded to anyone. I turned off my social media notifications and went back to writing.